Hello, sir.
Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So last class we saw about how to create those drafting documents, right?
Yes, sir.
So today's class will be like slightly different. It's like situation based. So the topic that we'll be seeing now is collaborative workflow.
Okay, sir.
I'll share the screen, right? So for understanding this topic that I'll be teaching you today, you'll have to assume yourself being in a situation. Okay.
Okay.
So for example, let's say uh, you work in a company where your job role is to just do the architectural part alone.
Okay.
But in the project that you do now,
Mm,
people from structural team and people from MEP team will also be updating their part. Let us assume that you're in, let's say, you're working from Nepal,
yes, sir.
and I'm working in Chennai, and the MEP team is working in Mumbai. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so now for executing this kind of a work, the company will require a server. So server means it's a common folder where all the three people from three different places can access it.
Oh,
Like for example, you can access the file from Nepal. I can access the file from Chennai, and the MEV person can access the file from Mumbai.
okay.
So what happens is, for all the three of us, there will be a head. So he's called as the project head. What
Mm,
he'll do is he'll create a central file for us. So that central file will be saved in the server folder. The server folder means it's a common folder where everybody can access it.
okay.
That project head, no, he'll create the central file and he'll let us know that you can access the central file from this part of the folder. After that, what we'll do is, let us say the architecture person, that is you are in Nepal and I am in Chennai. I am the structural person and the MEP person is in Mumbai. Before Revit and before building information modeling and all came into play, what happened was the structural people and MEP people should wait till the architecture person finishes his work.
Mm,
But after BIM came into play, what happened is we can simultaneously work together, and at the same time, none of the work will be disturbed by the other people. So, for example, you do something, I cannot alter it or I cannot change it without your permission. Okay, so
okay.
that is what is the main advantage of collaborative workflow. So that's the topic that we'll be seeing today. It's a 19th topic. You can see that in the syllabus here.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to see how to create a central file first. So you have to assume that we are in three different places. And instead of server, I'm going to save it in a local drive in my laptop. And instead of considering three laptops from three different places, I'll turn my laptop into three different laptops. Okay, you need not note down how I'm changing that into three different laptops. Just follow the concept and understand what I'm doing. That's enough. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
So I'll just close this project. Wait. So I'll create a new file first. Okay, this file that I'm creating now is created by the project header. So right now I'm logged in using my ID. You can see that on the top it is logged in using my ID. It
Yes, sir.
says Pradeep CMCG 2015. So let us say that I'm the project head and I'm sitting here in Chennai. What I'll do is I'm going to create some basic inputs for you. For you means I mean by for you architect people, for structure people, and for MEP people.
Yes,
MEP
sir.
people. So what I'll do is I'll create an input file for all three of you, and that input file will consider some basic things in it. So I'll just go to I just create some grids here. So architecture tab, you have data panel, in that you have grids. So I'll create some grids here like this.
Mm,
And again, I'll create some grids here. Okay.
yes, sir.
Let's say these four grids have been created for you people to work in it. Now the project's name is Project One, I guess. No, the name of the project is Project Two. It is listed in the top here.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
it is listed in the top as Project Two. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this into a central file. A central file is a special file which can be used by any number of people simultaneously. So for converting that into a central file, what I'll do is I'll go to the collaborate tab here.
Okay.
So you have a tab here called collaborate now.
Yes,
Just click on it. So after you click on that collaborate tab, what happens is you get a panel here called manage collaboration.
yes, sir.
You have a panel here called manage collaboration. So in that manage collaboration panel, now you have collaborate tool here. Just click on that collaborate tool. So it says that before you convert this into a collaborating file, you need to save it as a model first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a special folder called central file. I'm going to create a special folder called central file.
Okay.
I already have one central file folder here. So let that be. So I'll create a new folder. I'll just create a new folder here. So I'll name that folder as central file. Okay. In that particular folder, I'm going to save this. And the name of the project that I'm saving is project 2. I'll save it like this. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this into a collaborator file. So the moment you click on that collaborate tool, now here in collaborate tab, you have manage collaboration panel. In that you have collaborate tool. When you click on that, it will ask you to go select two options. Either you can create this collaborative file within your network, or you can create it in a cloud network. So when I say cloud network, it means that it is not a physical server. It is a cloud server where you can store whatever data you want. So I'm going to create it within my network. So I'll just click on OK here.
Okay.
So I've created it within my network. Next, what I'll do is I'm going to close this file. I'll close it now. Before closing it, I'm going to log off myself. Now, what I'm going to do is let us say you are responsible for the architectural part. When you're sitting in Nepal, you log into your computer in your office, and you're going to check whether the central file has been saved in that destined folder.
Okay.
So what you'll do is, you let us say since you're an architect now, your computer's name is A. Let us assume that your computer's name is A. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you're going to log into this project using a computer called A. So what I'll do, I'll go to File and I'll click on Open here.
Okay.
So in this, I'm going to click on Open. So you're accessing this file from Nepal. So now the difference between a normal Revit file and a central Revit file is this. Now if you see here, you have lots of Revit files here, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you select any normal file now, you can see that in the bottom, that create new local will not be highlighted. There's an option called create new local. No, it will not be highlighted. This option will be highlighted only when you select a central file. So now I'll go to that central file folder where we saved that project. In this, you have project 2. If you select this, just a minute. Just a minute now.
Okay.
So have they announced you when they are going to open the college and all that?
No, sir.
Not yet, huh?
Not yet, sir.
No information at all, totally.
No, actually, we don't have any class and all these things. Only they'll give, means we have the work to take our certificate, but they didn't announce till now, sir.
Okay. So you're in your final semester, huh?
No, it's finished, sir, already.
It's already finished.
Yeah, sir. Only certificate they have to give, but
Okay,
they didn't
okay.
announce anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, sir, means
Okay. That file that we converted into a central file has not been converted properly. So what we'll do is we'll again convert that into a central file. So now this, right now I'm going to convert this into a central file.
okay.
So what I'll do, I'll go to collaborate and manage collaboration and go to collaborate option here. So I'm going to collaborate it within my network. So once that is done, next thing what I have to do is I have to create, now it has been converted into a central file. So
Okay.
after it is converted, now what I'll do is I'll have to create certain work sets for the people who are going to work in that particular project. So I have to create a work set for you, and then I'll have to create a work set for the mechanical person who's working from Mumbai. And then I'll have to create a work set for the structural person who will be working from Chennai. So what I'll do, in the collaborate tab, in the manage collaboration panel, you have a tool called work set here.
Yes, sir.
So you'll click on work set option here. So the moment you click on that work set option, now you will get a window like this.
Okay.
So in that particular window, you will have two default work sets already created. So work set is something I specifically designed it or specifically created for you to work in that particular work set. So right now there are two basic work sets here. So one says it has grids and levels in it. The other one says as work set 1. So what I'll do is I'm going to create a new work set, and I'm going to name that work set as, let's say, arc, which is for architect.
Yes, sir.
And then I'm going to create another work set which I'm going to name it as MEP. Okay, and then again I'm going to create a work set called structure. So this work is done by the project head, the one who created the central file. So it's going to be done by me. That is the reason why I logged in again. And now you can see that I own the ownership for all the work sets. So you can see that all the work sets have been owned by me. I'll click on OK. Now it will ask me whether I want to create the structural work sets as my active work set. Just click on no here. Now what I'll do is I can't own all the work sets, because if I'm going to own all the work sets, when you log into this project, you will not be able to take the ownership of your work set. So what I have to do is I have to relinquish my ownership in certain work sets. Okay. So I'll show you how to relinquish it. So when you click on relinquish, it will say that you will have to save the central model at least once if you want to make any changes. So I'll just save it. I'll click on close. I'll just save this file. I'm going to save it. So after you save it, now if you click on this relinquish, now see what happens. Now if you go to this work set option here, you can see that I'll not own anything now. So all my ownership has been relinquished.
Okay.
But I cannot let the ownership of these two work sets because it was clearly owned by me. So I'll just keep the ownership of these two work sets alone. I'm going to keep the ownership of these two work sets alone. And the rest of the 3 work sets, I'm just going to leave it blank so that you guys can come and take the ownership of it.
Oh, okay.
So click on OK here. Now what I'm going to do is my job is done. I have created a work set for a central file for you guys, and in that central file there are certain work sets as well. So I'm logging off from my computer. So the next day from Nepal, you will be logging into this computer and see how you need to proceed with it. So I'll just change the name of the computer to your system's computer.
Okay.
I'm going to change it to A. So that will be the name of your computer. So click on OK. So now what I'll do is I'm going to open that particular file now. So when you click on open, now if you see, you select it, you can see that the create new local has been activated because it has properly been converted into a central file. Now click on open here. The moment you click on open, it will prompt you whether you want a timestamp on the existing copy and all that. Just click on OK. This is to just indicate at what time you logged into that particular project. Now if you see here, the grids created by your project manager will be visible like this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when you log into this particular project for the first time, remember to do certain things in the initial stage. So what you'll do is you straight away go to collaborate tab here. You'll straight away go to collaborate tab. The first thing you'll do is you'll go to collaborate tab. In that collaborate tab, you will have to take the ownership of your work set assigned to you.
This work should have to do the another person, right?
Now you're logging in from Nepal, right?
Okay.
So you're the architect. I am the project head, and I've already done my part by creating the central file. My job is done.
Okay.
The next day when you're logging into your computer, you're going to open it as a local file there. We
okay, sir.
check that no. And when you open it as a local file in your computer, you will get a timestamp like this. You can see the name stamp here. It says
Yes,
project 2_A. So that _A has automatically come.
Yes, sir.
So this is to identify who has logged in into the project. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now I'll go to collaborate tab. As soon as I open it, I'll go to collaborate tab. In that collaborate tab, I have manage collaboration panel. In that, you'll click on work set. So which is the work set that I have created for you out of these three? Aman, you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which is the work set I have created for you out of these three?
Architecture, sir.
Exactly. So the architecture work set has to be owned by you. So what I'll do, you will have to take the ownership
Oh,
for
yes.
architecture work set. So now you can see that you have become the owner here. Clear?
Yes, sir. Got it. Yes, sir.
Now I'll click on OK. After you click on that OK, it will say whether you want to make that architecture work set as the active work set. Just click on yes here.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So after you do that, what you will do is now you can start working in your architectural work. So I can just create 4 walls here. So an architect is responsible for creating the walls, right? I just create 4 walls. So you're done with the work for the day. So once you have drawn that 4 walls, you can see that if a 3D view is generated, it will have a suffix called A here, which is to indicate that it is something related to architecture. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now what I'm going to do is you're done for the day. You'll go to collaborate tab. In that you have a panel called synchronize panel. You will actually synchronize the work that you did to the central file.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna synchronize the work that you did to the central file. So I'll just click on synchronize here and click on OK. So now the work that you created will be uploaded to the central file.
Yes, sir.
So once if it gets uploaded to the central file, what happens is the MEP person from Mumbai and the structural person from Chennai can see the updates that you have done to the project. Clear?
Oh, yes, sir. Got it. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to close it now. So I've synchronized it. I'm going to just close it now. So the moment I close it, it will ask me whether I want to keep the ownership of the work set, or would I want to relinquish the ownership. So you'll have to keep the ownership, or else what happens is some third party can come and edit your work. So I'll just keep the ownership. And the next thing is the MEP person from Mumbai is logging into his computer.
Okay.
The MEP person in Mumbai is logging into his computer using his ID. So his ID's name is M. So I'll click on OK here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then what I'll do is I'm going to open the file. Say I'll go open this file. I'm going to select the project 2, and you can see that again that create new local has been created.
Yes, sir.
Now you'll click on open here. So I'll just append the timestamp. Now if you see the name of this particular project, now it will say that project 2 underscore M. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Now the first thing I have to do is I'll go to collaborate. I'll go to work sets.
Okay.
I'll take the ownership of my work set. So it is M. So after I take the ownership of my work set, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a duct here.
Okay.
Let us say I draw a duct here. So after I draw a duct, you can see that the duct will be piercing the wall like this. You can clearly see that the duct is piercing the wall.
Yes, sir.
So now you can also check whether a clash is happening by between the duct and the wall. So you go to collaborate tab.
Yes, sir.
In the collaborate tab, you have coordinate panel. In the coordinate panel, you have interference check.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. When you click on that interference check, you can run an interference check between two components that are there in the model. So right now in that model, we have two components like wall and a duct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run an interference check between the wall and the ducts.
Okay.
So I'll click on OK. So it says that there is an interference happening. So before BIM and before Collaborate came into play, I myself can edit that particular wall. So if I want to make a hole in that wall, I can just double click. But what happens is, since this is a collaborative work file, you cannot make any changes to the model without consulting the architect person. That is the reason it is stopping you from making that change.
Okay.
So it is asking you to place a request to the architect person. So you'll get a request. So since you're the architect person, you'll get a request the next day when you're logging into your office. So now I already placed a request. I'm going to synchronize my work, and then I'm going to close this file. I'll also keep my ownership. Now what I'll do, you are going to log into your computer from Nepal the next day. So what I'll do, I'll click on options here. So your system's name is like A, right? So click on OK. Now again, I'll open the file that I was working in. now, if you see that, you can see that there is a request has been raised here. You can see the request in the top bottom. So can you see the notification here?
Yes, yes, sir.
So if you click on that request now, it will point out the error that has raised. So I can either grant permission to the MEP person to make the changes, but if I grant the permission once, then after that in the future, that MEP person will be able to access my model anytime he wants without even notifying me.
Okay.
Okay. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to deny his request, and what I'll do is I'm going to make the changes personally. I'll go to my workset. I'll go to my workset here.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute, Aman, I'm getting a call. I'll just attend to that and I'll come back. Hello?
Okay, sure, sir.
Aman, you there?
Yes, sir.
So I'll just take the ownership. I'll just activate my workset here. And then what I'll do is I'm going to make the changes myself. So I'll just double click on the wall. And then I just need to make a hole matching the size of that duct here. Either you can match the size of the duct or you can make a bigger hole. So now it is clearly visible that the duct is not colliding with the wall. So what I'll do, I'll run an interference check and see whether the wall and the ducts are colliding. So it says no interference is detected. Clear?
Yes, yes.
So this topic is called as collaborative workflow. So this is that 19th topic. So this for you, it will not be useful when you are practicing now. But once you go to a company, if they ask you in the interview whether you know work sharing, you know whether collaborative workflow and all that, this is what you will apply. Clear?
Okay, sir.
And now we are just away from last two topics, I guess. Like we have to learn how to estimate, and then we have to see how to place it in sheets.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
that we'll see. Yeah.
While the estimation, they will make a sheet or what? I mean, list of.
Sorry.
Like while preparing the estimations in the Revit.
Definitely, you have to create sheets.
Okay, okay, sir.
You have to place the estimates inside the sheets.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that's just two more topics left out that I'll finish it off tomorrow. So from tomorrow, officially your Revit class will get over. Okay.
And with we had the class evening or not, sir?
No, not today evening. Tomorrow morning we'll have.
Okay, okay, sure.
Okay, Aman. See you.
Okay, thanks,
Thank
sir.
you.